So welcome you guys. This is gonna be Darknoob versus Kara, 4th game in the series. This is being casted live, and Darknoob's gonna be playing Mongols, Kara's gonna be playing Spanish. Interesting matchup. I will probably lean in favor of Mongols for late game. I will probably lean in favor of Spanish in Castle Age, and I think we are gonna see Kara try to go for a very aggressive Castle Age push. And even though Spanish are well known to go for conquistadors, as they are the power peak they get in Castle Age, Kara has been using pretty much all the civilizations to go for monks and siege. And with Spanish you can do that as well. Spanish are not only a gunpowder but also a monastery civilization or a monk civilization. Let's talk about the bonuses though. Spanish get 30% faster working villagers, they build faster. They get 18% faster shooting hand cannoneer and bombard cannons, cannon galleons. Well, that bonus is not relevant here. And they get also blacksmith upgrades don't cost gold, so that is always very nice. That's going to be a small eco boost for when he has to go for blacksmith upgrades. Mongols on the other hand get 50% faster working hunters. They get 20% faster shooting cavalry archer units. They also get 30% more HP on light cavalry and hussar. And I think that's it. Did I mention everything? Yeah, I think I did. Oops, I don't have capture reach. There we go, sorry about that. That is unfortunate though. Is he gonna manage to shoot the board? Oh! Just in time! That is so lucky! Yeah, it's not perfect. It could have been so much worse. And I think everyone here in chat has that happen to them. Your board just goes back and you miss it by just one tile. You're just a little bit too far away to shoot it back. And you end up losing like 30 seconds of TC time. So bad. Deer patch for Darknoob is on the back. Secondary stone and main stone. Very, very safe. It's probably... well... he's probably gonna be pushing the deer. It's going to take a while though for him to gather all. Just because of the huge travel distance. What is the situation for Kara on the other hand? He's got the back deer as well. Oh! But this is gonna be hard to push. They're just chilling here. And he's already pushing, alright, so he is taking the second board now. Yeah, this situation is not the best for any of these players. So make your predictions, guys. I think the Spanish player is gonna be going for monks and siege. Just because he can. Spanish together with Aztecs and Saracens. Those are the only civilizations to get all the monastery upgrades. Portuguese, Burmese, Malians, Byzantines, they get quite close by only missing one upgrade each. And Kara's asking, are you going to trash? Darknoob says, smush. Or is he asking, do you want me to trash you? Well, Spanish can do that as well, yeah. So Defy Monk Rush is going to happen in this game. That seems 100% doable. I don't see a problem with that strategy at all. It seems quite viable. Pretty good. Still 2 deer to go over here. Interesting though that Darknoob chose to mill this rather than pushing. What's he gonna try to do? Well, Fuel Leech coming up for Darknoob. And it's not going to be completely clear to me if Kara was asking what Darknoob wanted Kara's strategy to be, or if he was asking what Darknoob was gonna do. But yeah, we're gonna see a trash coming up now for Darknoob. Already sending the villagers forward. And Kara would probably expect this just because of the scout. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He saw it. He says yes. This is something that we have started to see a lot in Arena fairly recently. Didn't used to be the case in the past. After some of the recent balance changes in the newer expansions, Trushing became a lot more popular. And even though here we are playing with, I'm not really sure if this is Arena or Arena. But yeah, it's become a common strategy now for even Arena players. It used to be a lot more common for Arabia players playing against Arena players. Archer range coming up as well. Archer range is gonna be good for sticking archers inside the towers. If Kara manages to survive here, and if he manages to do a decent castle each time, he's gonna be able to go for conquistadors. He's gonna be forced to go for a lot of towers here, and that's going to cost a lot of stone as well. But it's going to keep him safe as well, so it's worth it. Darknoob's eco is not set up to go up to Castle Age. So with these two towers here, very well placed, Kara's gonna be able to keep taking the resources, and he's already quite close. 1 extra villager, 400 extra food, 100 extra gold. Taking deer even. He should be able to take this one. I would like to see him try to take this rather than the berries, but okay. There we go. Market coming up. Then we're gonna see either the blacksmith or... yeah, the blacksmith makes the most sense. You can also see people go for barracks and then probably archery range or a stable. But in this case, because because Kara's gonna want to go for a castle, it's better probably for him to just go for the blacksmith. Darknoob is forcing Kara to spend a lot of stone though. But the resources are looking better and better for the red player. 2 villagers here, 3 villagers there. 8 villagers here taking the berries as well. That is good. Very hard to trash effectively a Spanish player. Wheelbarrow coming out for Darknoob. I think Kara's gonna click out the Castle Age before the wheelbarrow upgrade finishes researching for a Darknoob. And after that we are going to see a lot of villagers going into stone for the red player. And we are going to see the conquistadors coming out in Castle Age. There we go. 18 minutes and 20 seconds Castle Age time for Kara. Now we need to see the villagers transition into stone a lot more heavily, so that he can afford the castle eventually. He's got the blacksmith here, but he doesn't have fletching just yet. He doesn't have the food to go for fletching, so he needs to wait a little bit. Double bit axe coming up. So he's prioritizing double bit axe instead of fletching. Without fletching, he's not gonna be able to is not gonna be able to push this tower. Three extra villagers for Darknoob. That is about 6 in reality because of the wheelbarrow. I'm actually no. It's only 3. Never mind. Both players have wheelbarrow. Still 4 villagers, only on stone. And I'm kind of confused. I don't know what Kara's gonna go for. He doesn't have a lot of gold. He cannot buy his castle. He can go for DCs though, and he's going to add the second one. What else is he gonna do? He sold stone. Siege workshop. Okay. We're gonna be cleaning up the towers now. Mangonel coming out. The issue with this though is that the Mangonel is going to have 7 range and the towers have 9. So the towers are going to be able to target the Mangonel, and if Kara wants to repair it, then he's going to be getting targeted as well. The repairing villager is going to get targeted. We're going to see that happen now. Castle Age coming up now for Darknoob, who's 5 villagers ahead. Another one coming up. Well, with 2 Mangonels, it might be enough. No castle coming up anytime soon for the red player. What is Darknoob doing back at home? He's already got the barracks up. Blacksmith up. He depleted the deer, of course. Taking gold quite comfortably. What else is he going to do? Oh, I don't know about this though. Is he gonna try to take the archer range down? Or is he gonna try to take this one? He can take this one for sure. It's going to be a lot lower risk than taking these. Another tower coming up! Oh my god, Darknoob! Talk about harassment. With 3 towers, it's going to be so hard for Kara to take this down with only Mangonels. And with only rams, of course, it's also going to be tough because the villagers here for Darknoob, they're going to be able to take down rams, and without a castle to go for conquistadors, Kara is not going to be able to defend the rams against the villagers. Unless he goes for... Yeah, I'm not really sure though. If he uses the Mangonel to defend the rams, he's gonna be taking his own rams down. Balking arrow and crossbow coming up for Darknoob. We have purely archers inside these towers. Crossbows now. 30C coming up for Kara. Monk rush incoming. Oh, with this economy. Oh, the villager going down. How unlucky is that?
See?
Right, he doesn't have loom. Makes sense.
See?
Well, he could potentially go for another TC here. He had enough resources to go for a castle, but he's going to add... What is he going to do? He had enough resources to go for a castle. I think he sold some. We probably just saw incorrectly. Could delete exactly the wall next to the tower. Let's see. Oh, these. Yeah, he could do that. Syracuse Stradamus. He had 2 monks. Sanctity coming up. And the monastery up. Kara is just going to smash everything. All the games, no matter what civilization he gets. All the games that we have seen so far, he's been smashing. The first one, I don't remember what he was playing, but Darknoob was playing Celts, and he smashed. Then he got destroyed by World Raiders. Now Spanish, it makes sense as Spanish to smash. It makes sense as Byzantines to smash as well. 2 monasteries. He can get a siege workshop up if he wanted to. I'm not really sure what he's gonna do about this castle though. And he's walling behind the walls, just as you say, yeah. More mangonels coming up. No more monks though. Imperial Age coming up for Darknoob. Man, Imperial Age is gonna be an issue. Mongol hussars are gonna be hard to fight against with 30 extra HP, 30% extra HP I mean. And the trebuchet's gonna start pushing the siege workshop down, towers, TCs, everything. So it's going to be pressure on both bases right now, and it's going to be a battle to see who can deal the most damage the fastest. Very good attack round. Did not connect though. 2 out of 75 monks. Make that 6. Yeah, and Mangudai are going to be a huge issue as well, with bonus damage against Mangonels. And the range to take down the monks as well. If he masses like 6 to 8 Mangudai, he might be able to just one-shot everything here. Go forward, one shot, go forward, one shot, one shot, one shot. Especially in Imperial Age. It's not looking very good for Kara, despite the huge villager lead. A huge population lead as well. A lot of defensive towers in place for Darknoob, who has been anticipating the smash. That is a very tiny university, if you ask me. There is only space for a single class here. What do you teach? There's probably like 10 to 15 students inside there. I'm gonna have 10 to 15 engineers coming out of the Spanish Empire. He seems to be a little bit too scared here, but it's understandable. Darknoob's towers at this point in time have 10 range, so he only has a single villager to repair the mangonels. And now we have a trebuchet out for Darknoob. Exactly as we were expecting. Main goal still denied for Kara, secondary goal outside the walls. Fortunately, he's got the third goal, but that is going to run out eventually. And castle coming up! Single villager castle! Pog! The castle is kind of small. Oh, that is actually true. That is like a 3-story house. Yeah, I didn't notice it. The walls make it look larger than it is, but it's basically a house, man. It's basically a house with a guest room on top. Dude, what the hell? More walls coming up. Yeah, but TC is going to go down for sure. The siege workshop and the monastery, most importantly, the relic is going to be lost. And what do we have here? Barracks coming up for Kara. What is he gonna do with barracks? He's gonna try to go for pikemen against Mangudai? Doesn't seem like a huge idea. Darknoob's castle here is gonna be good to start producing trebuchets as well, so this castle is going to get trebbed down eventually. That on the castle is made of twigs and branches. Yeah, 100%. The map is a bit misleading for me. Oh yeah, it's got different architecture for some civilizations. There's a hole here. I don't think so. Maybe there was a hole before. But yeah, there's nothing that he can do, Kara, right now against Mangodai. Take a look at that. One shot. One shot. He's getting trapped down here. Rams are not going to be effective against Mangodai. Pikemen and Mongols are not going to be effective against Mangodai either. Looking very, very bad. What's the music from? Should be Age of Empires. If it's not... Yeah, it's Age of Empires 1. Sorry about that. We are going to go back into the playlist. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, man. It's over. It was very nice to see a huge villager lead for the red player, but he is nowhere near Imperial Age. He doesn't have the units that he needs. And I don't think he can do anything. He could have gone for Conquistadors if he wanted to. Alright, 2 stables coming up, or 2 stables already up. And knights coming up. That could be something. But the Mangodai have the 3 towers and the castle to go back to. And yeah, rip. That is a very, very well played game. Darknoob with a single TC. 41 less villagers. Is taking the game, and there is nothing that Kara can do right now. He's on 2 TCs. Could build a 3rd TC here. He was on 3 TCs. Who's Rolex? Rolex is a... Rolex? Where do you get that from? Rolex is a Turkish player that Eddie was fighting against. A 1900 player or a 2K player, I think. I think it was a 2K player, yeah. We were watching an Arabia 1v1, but we were not able to finish it, unfortunately, because Eddie's Wooly crashed. And you cannot really spectate a restored game. Very good choke point as well, working in favor. I mean, this is Kara's choke point, working in favor of Darknoob. The 4 from Kara is pretty much dead now. And Darknoob's forward is incredibly powerful. With this amount of Mangodai, he can 2-shot the Rams. Yeah, he can just go back to the castles and the towers to defend against pikemen, but even then he can also take pikemen down. Elite Skirmisher coming up for Kara. Man, honestly, I don't know what to think about this. I think the game has been over for a while. Because the issue right now is that Kara cannot push for Imperial Age. Without Imperial Age, he's not going to be able to take that castle down. Rams are the only siege that can endure castle fire, and tower fire as well, in Castle Age. But the Mangodai, they just wreck the Rams. And take a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Oh, 10, sorry, 11. 11 Rams going down. That is a huge amount of resources that he didn't do anything with. He only took 1 trebuchet down. If you're not able to use Rams in Castle Age, there's nothing you can do. If you go for Elite Skirmishers and your opponent is not paying attention to his Mangodai, he might lose this army, but you're not going to be able to push the castle down. So he needs the trebuchets, but he doesn't have the resources to go up. He is not going to have enough resources to go up because he is investing everything into Castle Age units. Oh, double university. The pro strats right there. That market's tiny, but at least you have some food here around it. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Mongol architecture for this mod. But unfortunately, you cannot turn off individual civilizations from the graphic mod. This one is called World Kingdoms Architecture Showcase. Some of the things they have are looking really good. Like for Byzantine architecture is pretty nice. Celt architecture is very nice as well. This is dead. Both Mangonels going down, the Mangudai taking everything down here as well. Nothing that Kara can do over there. And he takes so much damage as well. With ballistics, those 3 fully populated towers. That castle deals so much damage to those knights. Another castle coming out for Darknoob. Alright, so what could Kara have done here differently to win the game? I think Smash was okay, but I think he needed something to defend his units against Mangudai, because Mangudai being so good against monks, against siege as well. So we needed a small group of skirmishers, in my opinion, to push those units away. Maybe some pikemen as well. He had a huge eco. I think I would have liked to see him stop producing so many villagers from all 3 TCs and start maybe queuing some pikemen, skirmishers until he had enough that he could keep Mangudai and potentially light cavalry away from his monks and his siege. And after that, then he could continue to boom. But at this point in time, I think there is not much that he can do. That castle is going to go up for sure. That is a huge amount of Mangudai. And he doesn't even need to micro anymore. Yeah, he's just taking the knights. Even when surrounded. That was a little bit sloppy as well. Kara was not using the skirmishers. He just went forward with the knights and the rams. Those are 2 relics that Kara's gonna lose. And we finally have the 2nd and 3rd TC up for Darknoob as well. Who's been catching up, by the way. 99 villagers. 100. Only 13 villagers behind Kara. Yeah, man, but the game's over. Unless Kara manages to go up to Imperial Age somehow, and there's nothing he can do. His economy is very inefficient here. He's got a lot of stuck villagers. Siege workshop, nah. I don't think there's a way back here, unfortunately. I do like this move though. Expanding his eco to the rest of the map. The skirmishers are going to be good. But it's not going to be so great against Mangonel. I think Darknoob can win this game. That's a bold prediction, man. Are you sure? I don't know about this. I think Kara still has a clear lead. I mean, he's feeling confident enough to move villagers unprotected around the map, so he cannot be on the back foot here. Yeah, take a look at that. He's taking Mangudai. This is clearly Red's game to win. Chain Bard in armor coming out for Darknoob. And yeah, Mongols also get access to camels, so yeah. What I would like to see though is another game. Don't want to be rude, of course, but this is like watching someone beating down a dead person. And I'm kind of not really sure what to comment anymore. It's kind of a difficult task to be a caster when the game is clearly over for so long. This is a nice push, but Kara is not deleting his own walls, so he cannot surround his units. And this is going to be the GG. This gotta be the GG. He's lost his whole army. Light cavalry with 30% extra HP as well from Mongols. I'm gonna make for a very nice mid shield. Horse collar coming up for Kara. Holy crap. 51 minutes. He probably noticed that he didn't have enough. Yeah, enough working lumberjacks to reseed the farms, although just as I say that, I take a look and he's got over 700 wood, and I think he had like 1500 wood before it, but horse collar, just in time. I like that Kara keeps trying, and he's going up to Imperial Age now. But I think if Darknoob loses this, well, first of all, it's going to be very embarrassing for me because I've been talking crap about Kara, about Kara's position for so long. But if Darknoob loses this, man, it's going to be a huge throw. Because he's been very slow to push, and I think he could have completely killed Kara by now. He's been very cautious in the way that he approached the push. But yeah, military numbers seem to indicate the Darknoob should be getting this without major issues. Over here alone we have 36 Mangudai, and here we have like what, 12 skirmishers. Very low food count for Kara right now. 40 population behind. Castle coming up here as well. That's going to push Kara away from this gold. He still got this one, but it's very hard to take that efficiently because of the wood surrounded gold piles. Resources are not looking very good for Kara, so he's not going to be able to afford halberdier. He doesn't have enough gold right now. Cathram coming up. But that is just going to go down to the Hussars and the Mangudai for sure. A little Mangudai coming up for Darknoob as well. Just to make it extra challenging for Kara to stay alive. This pikeman, by the way, it don't even have scale mail armor, so the GG has been called finally. We have a score right now of 3-1 in favor of the Dutch player. I'm not really sure if they're gonna keep playing, but we're gonna take a look at the achievements, then we're gonna go back to the lobby. And if they don't keep playing, then we're gonna jump into a different set. Or maybe we're gonna jump into a different set anyway. Let's see. It's a KD. It's not GG yet. KD, oh my god, what is this? 27-4. Holy crap, that is almost 7-1. Almost 7-1. Eco stats, better resources. Actually, kind of a mixed bag here in the eco stats. You would expect Kara to have so much more resources of everything, but that is not the case. That's almost half an hour later in Imperial Age. Relic gold was good though. 2400, 2500 almost from 3 relics. And yeah, very well played. Very well played. Let's see. Let's go back now.